Esperanza TV presents Taste and See. The story for today: The Blessed Car.
My name is Aline Gontijo. I'm Brazilian and I live in Long Island, New York. I've been in the United States for 10 years, but at the beginning it was a very difficult time and I wanted to establish myself as an esthetician. One of my main challenges was getting around in a city where everything is far away. And then I said to God, Lord, you know that having a car here is not a luxury. It's a necessity. So Lord, please give me a car as a gift for my birthday. It would be in March of the following year, and I said to God with all my heart, both about my birthday, but also about the necessity and to be able to live my life without the difficulties that those who live here face of not having a car. I didn't know how I would do this. After all, it was just the beginning of the pandemic and the jobs were very scarce. My rent was 2 months late and I needed a solution. At that time, everyone receives a government grant of $1,200, but for some reason my husband and I didn't receive an amount. And I said, what now? But I decided to trust. I decided to trust even when everything seemed impossible. I said, Lord, I will look to you and I will trust even when everything seems to have gone wrong. My sincere desire was to be faithful to God. I remember that when I was a child in kindergarten, my mother gave me an envelope from the children of our little friend at the time. And my dad gave me $1 and I said, oh, I have to change this money because I'm going to take 10 cents to the church. So this is something very important and strong in my life because this faithfulness to God has been rooted in me since I was a child. So we continued praying and trusting that God would work as a provider of all things. After all, faithfulness was measured in the middle of difficulties. One day, while reading the Bible, my husband called me and told me to look at our bank account. When I opened the bank account, I remember that there was a balance of $5,000 there. And that amount was exactly the amount for the car that I had asked God for. The money for the rent that we needed to pay. So God went beyond what I asked Him for. And without any explanation, we received an amount much higher than expected, understanding that God was acting. So that was so powerful for me. I started to scream, I started to pray. I said, thank you, Lord, this doesn't add up. How did you give me this amount here? That check came from heaven. So that was a very big milestone in my life, in my faith journey. And I said, Lord, I can never be in a situation like that again. I will never forget that you will honor me and bless me. And He has been very faithful to me. I bought my car and I managed to graduate as an esthetician. Today, I feel blessed to have my own business and many clients. I feel like this experience was a turning point in my faith. God was amazing, God was wonderful, because He proved to me that what seemed impossible for me was possible for Him. God answered my prayers and showed me that He drives my life. Taste and see.
Now let us prepare to be faithful to God with our tithe and offerings.